With some late breaking news, Yuma Union High School District is returning to distance learning starting Monday, with the governing board held a special emergency meeting this evening where they voted to protect the health of both students and staff. This affects all YUHSD campuses and again goes into effect on Monday, November 23rd. This, of course, all coming amid a rise in COVID-19 cases across Yuma County, where the board says it will meet in December and January to determine how to best move forward. The district's drive-through breakfast and lunch services will still be available every single day. And for more information, you can head over to our website, kyma.com. Meanwhile, Arizona Governor Doug Ducey held a COVID-19 press conference today after weeks of not having an in-person event. The governor saying safety measures have to continue as cases surge throughout the state. He announced he is implementing COVID testing sites at 3 international airports. His state's top health official, Kara Christ, also says she is putting forth an emergency declaration to make sure all schools statewide are following mask mandates. She reminded everyone of the risks of spending Thanksgiving with families from other households, urging to opt out from traveling for the upcoming holidays. Governor Ducey also mentioning that if Yuma County, being a cross-border community, were to need resources to fight the spike, they would be able to count on the state for aid. Well, the latest now on coronavirus numbers in Yuma County. We have a total of 15,785 cases with 368 deaths and 72 hospitalizations at Yuma Regional Medical Center. Well, moving on to Imperial County, there have been 14,431 total cases of COVID-19 since the pandemic started in March. This brings up the number of new cases by 130. Today, there have been over 13,235 recoveries and 2 new deaths that are bringing the death count in the Imperial Valley to 353. Well, as we mentioned, COVID-19 cases in our area are going up once again, and with the added flu season, along with more people in town during the winter time, Yuma Regional Medical Center is readying staff and bed space for any patient needing care. 13 on your side's Cody Lee has the latest from the hospital.
Christian, good to be back with you. This Friday, YRMC is planning on opening up another portion of their COVID unit. This will allow 40 additional patients to be treated inside that unit. Now, last week, the hospital reopened its once dormant COVID unit, providing isolated rooms for infected patients.
We have plans to, create extra space in the hospital if we need to, add additional beds to care for patients. So we've got plans to do that, upwards of another probably 80 patients over what we're anticipating the peak will be.
Personal protective equipment has been readily available following the early stages of the pandemic, and even with the new wave of patients, Yuma Regional is confident it has the appropriate amount to continue protecting frontline workers. Staff will also play a huge role in assuring the hospital is ready.
So we can harvest nurses as well as physicians from other areas of the organization if we need them. We've got nursing coming in, extra nurses coming in. This is not through the federal government or the state. This is our own, contracting for seasonal and contract nursing labor, so we can manage the volume we normally get during the winter season.
As 2 coronavirus vaccines are near complete, Dr. Trenchel explains how YRMC will receive the doses.
That the vaccines would be distributed to the county through the county health department, and then the county health department would distribute it. So we've worked with them, and we've submitted our plan, for what we would do for our staff and our workers and our patients.
The hospital also has a backup to the backup with help from the Arizona Surge Line.
I think we've transferred out 3 patients since we've had this second surge, so we haven't used it a lot.
This allows YRMC to transfer severe patients via helicopter to another hospital for treatment. Reporting in Yuma, Cody Lee, 13 on your side.
All right, Cody, thank you for that. Well, as the White House Coronavirus Task Force warns of unrelenting spread of the coronavirus across the country, there is more promising news on the vaccine front. Well, a report obtained by CBS News shows 47 states are now in the red zone for new cases. That's up from 42 last week, and the task force calls the spread of the virus aggressive and unrelenting. That's more than 1,700 deaths that were reported yesterday, the highest single-day toll since May 15th. Doctors on the task force say we could see up to 2,000 deaths a day by Christmas Day. Well, just today, the nation's largest school system switches back to remote learning. We're going to turn now to CBS's Danya Bach reporting from Los Angeles with the latest.
Once unthinkable, the U.S. has now surpassed the 250,000 mark for coronavirus deaths. That's according to Johns Hopkins. As COVID-19 cases spike again nationwide, new local and state restrictions are being imposed daily. New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio announced the nation's largest school system is going back to remote learning Thursday, as the city's positive test rate hovers around 3%.
We do need to close our schools for the coming days. No one is happy about this decision.
It leaves hundreds of thousands of parents scrambling.
The teachers have given us a whole lot of preparatory material. They're sending home all the textbooks and the backpack. So I guess we're ready, but we're not really ready.
At least 37 states have imposed new coronavirus restrictions in November. Here in Los Angeles County, restaurants and bars must now close at 10 p.m. starting Friday to slow the spread.
We've been in lockdown for about 7-8 months now, and people are mentally kind of tired of it.
As President-elect Joe Biden prepares to take on the growing pandemic, healthcare workers shared their stories with him.
Do you know that I have not been tested yet, and I have been on the front lines in the ICU since February? I'm sorry, I'm so emotional.
No.
It's just...
You got me emotional.
But there are signs of hope.
This vaccine looks extremely promising to help us end this pandemic.
Pfizer says it will apply for FDA emergency approval within days after late-stage trials found its vaccine to be 95% effective with no serious side effects. Danya Bach is CBS News, Los Angeles.
Well, this brings us to our topic of the day. Today's topic, should Arizona issue a new stay-at-home order? We received over 100 votes today on today's topic of the day. 54% of you said yes. Meanwhile, 46% of you said no. Thank you so much to everybody that participated on today's topic of the day. As a reminder, if you want to participate in our topic, all you have to do is log on every single day, Monday through Friday, to our website, kyma.com/polls. And every single day, we have a brand new topic that you can sound off on. Well, drones have taken off as a safety alternative for agents and deputies who are always looking for new ways to achieve the ultimate goal of public safety. Well, our very own 13 on your side, April Henniger shares an exclusive piece about how law enforcement is keeping a watchful eye on suspects and missing persons with their eye in the sky.
Take off. Drones can see what the agents can't see.
Ranging from search and rescue to evidence collection to even documenting a large crime scene.
We're looking for illegal entries, illegal drugs, just any illicit activity along the border.
Landing.
Rather than sending an officer to that danger zone, we are able to send a drone. Drones are equipped with intercom. Drones are equipped with searchlights.
We can watch the illegal entry take place and follow the illegal aliens all the way up until an agent can come and effect the arrest.
U.S. Customs and Border Protection and the Imperial County Sheriff's Office are using drones to advance safety practices.
Well, if there was an incident where there was a shooting in an area, you can deploy this drone and find out how many subjects are there, what kind of weapons they might have before any law enforcement moves into the area, which is a huge safety advantage.
If a suspect were to barricade themselves inside a home or building, ICSO can send in a drone to scope the area before sending in a deputy.
This be giving us the opportunity to see if there's any weapons laying around, what the subject's doing, we're even capable of flying in through the window.
The deputy can also utilize the intercom system.
We use the drone to start giving commands.
To tell the suspect to come out of the building and drop any weapons.
This is the Imperial County Sheriff's Office.
Or if a suspect barricades themselves in a car.
In the event that you were to go on pursuit, a vehicle doesn't stop, and then eventually the vehicle gets to a stop and the subject's not complying, it's very limited what you can see from a distance. Typically, a patrol vehicle is parked somewhere between 12 to 15 feet behind the vehicles. Utilizing the drones, we're able to get that image, almost being able to see what the driver has in his hands.
Turn the vehicle off.
Drones are also more efficient when agents are searching through heavy terrain.
So if they're going into thick brush along the river, they don't know what's on the other side or what the bad guys have in their hands.
Here at the Imperial Sand Dunes, missing person cases are a dime a dozen. But as technology soars to new heights, drones can save deputies hours during search and rescue.
Here you need specialized vehicles to be able to operate through some heavy brush, be able to operate in the desert. So with that, the drones have been an excellent tool.
In the mountains, it's a lot of inaccessible areas. We can launch a drone and fly for 30 minutes into an area and look around for illicit traffic, and we've saved agents 2 to 3 hours of hiking.
Efficiency is key when carrying out an arrest for an illegal entry.
Normally what would take an agent an hour for tracking and apprehension, we can wrap that up in half the time.
Time seems to be the driving force for all effective arrests. This is the quadcopter, used by Border Patrol when agents need extra surveillance in a hurry.
These are a rapid deployment aircraft. You can, from the time you get them, unpack them from the backpack, they can be in the air within about 3 minutes.
The Puma is figuratively bulletproof and more high-tech, but requires a 2-person launch.
It has a long endurance battery. You can keep it in the air for over 3 hours. It's capable of landing in the water without having any damage to it. It's made for all environments. Desert, the temperatures do not affect it. Once it's in the air, the camera extends down and it has a 360-degree rotation.
Drones can even be used as an extra set of eyes to hunt down suspects in the city.
One night we had a call from another agency in town. They needed assistance in tracking 3 subjects that were wanted for murder. We deployed the drone within minutes, and we had an overlook of the area to let agents on the ground and the other agencies know where personnel was, if we saw any of the subjects.
But this is only the beginning of a cutting-edge technological era for law enforcement.
As technology improves, the drones will improve. That will help us in our jobs. It'll help us be more efficient. It'll help us complete the task at hand quicker. And it will help us see better so we know what we're facing in the field.
I know this is just the start to something that we can be seeing on an everyday usage from all the departments.
It's only a matter of time before drones become the routine frontrunner for crime and rescues. For now, it can be the third eye and partner in crime busting. Reporting from the Imperial Sand Dunes, April Hettinger, 13 on your side.
President-elect Biden is forming his coronavirus plan without the help of President Trump. I'm Michael George in Wilmington, Delaware, with the state of the president's attempts to overturn the results of the election.
Investigations continue into a death of a Mexican immigrant who was struck and killed by a Border Patrol vehicle, why the Mexican consulate is getting involved, and how they're helping the victim's family. We'll have that and more.
We've been helping families make joy for over 100 years, and we're not taking this year off. So at the Ford Built for the Holiday sales event, get 0% APR financing for 60 months, 90 days payment deferment, and $2,000 trade assist cash on select Ford SUVs and Fusion. That's on top of what your eligible trade is worth. So get the family together and make some joy this season. Now get 0% financing for 60 months plus $4,500 total savings on Explorer, plus 3 months deferred payments. Only at your Desert Ford dealers.
Hi, Hunter Ellis here for Night Hero Binoculars by Atomic Beam. These binoculars let you see anything, even in pitch black darkness. Gotcha. The secrets are powerful wide-angle atomic beam laser that reveals objects up to 150 yards away, hidden by darkness. During the day, Night Hero gives you 10 times magnification. And when the sun goes down, press the Night Bright button to see clearly in the dark. Light up garbage-eating critters or spot thieves before they even get close. Call or click now and get Night Hero binoculars with laser illumination technology for just $39.99. You'll also get a protective carrying case, yours free. Order right now and you can double it. Plus, get our best-selling atomic beam flashlight, just pay separate fee. We'll even ship them to you free. You can get it all, but you have to order now.
Call 1-800-316-9879. That's 1-800-316-9879. Or visit BuyNightHero.com. That's BuyNightHero.com. Order now.
El Charro Cafe. The best of Mexico is right here in Yuma. Owned and operated by the Gutierrez family since 1949. With authentic recipes passed on from generation to generation. Journey through the best of Mexican culture with every bite you take of our traditional cuisine. The best chili rellenos in town and delicious homemade flour tortillas made daily. Soothe your soul with our tasty margaritas. El Charro Cafe offers weekly lunch specials and happy hour. Come on in and bring the family. Voted Yuma's best.
It's on Imperial Valley. Black Friday deals at Rogers & Rogers Toyota starts now. All month long, we're moving hundreds of quality pre-owned vehicles to make room for the arriving 2021 models. Trucks, sedans, minivans are priced to sell. Save big with 0% financing for 60 months on select models. Test drive any new Toyota and receive a $25 Walmart gift card. Conveniently located on Highway 86 or online at RogersandRogersToyota.com.
13 on Your Side starts now.
Welcome back. I'm Christian Galena. Well, multiple agencies are looking into the death of an immigrant who was ran over and killed by a Calexico Border Patrol agent from the El Centro sector earlier this month. 13 on Your Side's Alexandra Rangel joins us from the Calexico border with the latest.
Good evening, Christian. The investigation continues in the death of a Mexican immigrant who was struck and killed by a Border Patrol vehicle. The Mexican consulate is now getting involved, demanding a transparent investigation into the fatal crash. The fatal incident happened Friday, November 6 around 8:30 p.m. near Bowker and Onza Road in Calexico, just several feet from the border wall fence. According to California Highway Patrol, who responded to the incident, the victim was heading north of the eastbound lane of Onza Road when he was struck by a CBP vehicle traveling in the same direction. Initial CHP reports indicate that the man suffered blunt force trauma and body fractures. The victim was taken by Reach Air Ambulance to Palm Springs, where he died. Border Patrol also put out a statement on the incident, which is slightly different than CHP's reports. CBP says the agent involved in the crash was responding to an illegal entry in the area when he struck the victim that they say was lying on the ground. According to CBP, the agent immediately rendered aid to the victim until medical services arrived. But the Mexican consulate says the 21-year-old immigrant was a young man from Guanajuato, Mexico, who had entered the U.S. illegally with another person.
Vida mejor. They
crossed to this side determined and looking for a better life. They risk a lot doing it, and in this case, a family lost their young son. We're working with civil rights groups who specialize in these cases, and we as a consulate are asking the agencies involved for a transparent investigation.
Dando una investigación transparente.
Navarrete says the consulate is doing all it can to help the victim's family with legal services. He says the family will be taking legal action into the death of their son and are being represented by a lawyer who specializes in cases regarding police brutality and abuse.
Un proceso muy largo.
There's still a long process ahead of us, but we are helping the family as it is our duty to do so. We're doing all we can with the limited resources we have.
Dando toda la debida protección que está a nuestro alcance.
We reached out to CBP and CHP for comment, but they have none at this time. They say the incident remains under investigation. Of course, we will be following it. Reporting in Calexico, Alexandra Rangel.
Turning now to America Decides 2020, we're starting off with the race for U.S. Senate seat for the state of Arizona, where U.S. Senator Martha McSally made her final trip to Washington, D.C. today to deliver her final speech on the floor of the Senate. Well, Senator McSally has been in office for the past 9 years representing the state of Arizona. This was her earlier at one of those events.
Becoming a U.S. Senator was the ultimate expression of one of my life principles: do things afraid. I took on the mission with my eyes wide open, I gave it my all, and I left it all on the field in my fight for the Grand Canyon State. And Mr. President, I yield the floor for the final time.
Well, Senator-elect Mark Kelly will fill the seat of Senator McSally when he is sworn into office early next month. Well, meanwhile, President-elect Joe Biden spoke with frontline healthcare workers today as he continues to focus on the coronavirus pandemic. Meanwhile, President Trump is at the White House with no public events as he continues to fight the election results. CBS's Michael George is in Wilmington, Delaware with the latest.
President-elect Joe Biden held a virtual roundtable with healthcare workers as he continues to craft a pandemic response plan without the cooperation of the Trump administration.
There's a whole lot of things that we just don't have available to us, which unless it's made available soon, we're going to be behind.
In Wisconsin, where Biden won by more than 20,000 votes, the Trump campaign has wired $3 million to fund a partial recount in the state's 2 largest counties.
We must complete the recount by December 1st. The recount will begin Friday.
On Twitter, President Trump attacked Georgia's recount as a joke.
I think at this point, the American people just want to make sure that every legitimate vote is counted.
Georgia election officials say they're in good shape to finish the audit by the Wednesday night deadline.
By noon tomorrow is our goal to have the information, the audit report out to everyone.
President Trump fired his top election security official, Chris Krebs, after Krebs pushed back against claims of widespread voter fraud. A Biden team spokesman said Krebs was, quote, fired for telling the truth.
He's always seemed very capable and knowledgeable to me. Having said that, the president, any president, is entitled to surround himself with advisors of his choice.
Krebs served as DHS Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency Director. He told CBS News in a phone call that he expected to be fired and he has no regrets. Michael George, CBS News, Wilmington, Delaware.
Well, as we're coming into the rest of the week, we're going to be still dealing with these warm-ups that we are seeing in the past couple of days. But at the start of the weekend, things are going to take a bit of a turn. I'll have your 7-day forecast and more on that in just a bit.
At Romeo's, get an exterior car wash for just $8. Or get your vehicles looking clean and sparkling inside and out with a full detailed service for cars, trucks, RVs, motorhomes, and boats. At Romeo's Car Wash, window tinting starts at just $99 with a lifetime warranty. Ask us about our new military discounts on washes, detailing, and tints. We also offer gift certificates. Romeo's, the difference you can truly see. Voted Best Car Wash 10 years in a row.
$1 never looked so good at Rogers & Rogers Kia. For just $1 down, you can take home a new 2021 Kia Sportage or a 2021 K5. Plus, we are on a mission to support the Imperial Valley Food Bank. Bring in 3 cans of food and get 10% off your vehicle service. Together, let's drive out hunger. Rogers & Rogers Kia, just off of Highway 86, or online at rrkia.com.
Looking for a familiar and friendly atmosphere? Look no further than Birria del Pueblo. We're a family-friendly restaurant. Our full bar cantina is perfect for hanging out with your buddies. At Birria del Pueblo, happy hours all day, every day. Our brews pair perfectly with our mouth-watering nachos, loaded carne asada fries, and spicy wings. Try our authentic Jalisco recipes. Open all week for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Birria del Pueblo, home of your favorite brews and stews.
Now that the coronavirus has been detected in the desert Southwest, receive up-to-the-second details on its spread, event cancellations, and important news straight from officials. Download the KYMA app now and don't miss any info that could protect your loved ones. In today's emotional landscape, we all need a pick-me-up. That's why KYMA.com has created a page just for fun, The Good Stuff. Go to KYMA.com/thegoodstuff to find the best local stories around.
Fact, the best time to advertise is now.
True, tens of thousands of people are watching TV or other digital media sources due to the home confinement. At Full Focus Creative Media, we can develop and produce your next TV or digital media advertising campaign. Call the experts at Full Focus Creative Media, 928-539-9990, fullfocuscreativemedia.com.
Happy Wednesday, folks. We're almost to the weekend and you're definitely looking forward to it. Let me give you another reason. The temperatures that we're expecting for this weekend are definitely something to keep an eye out for because they're going to be excellent. All right, we're getting a live picture outside right now of our Yuma RV World Skycam on not a busy night here in UI. Everybody's probably home because it's chilly out there. All right, make sure you wear a jacket or a sweater if you are going outside right now. Let's go ahead and take a look straight into our 7-day forecast right now. What you can expect for the next couple of days, Thursday, Friday through Sunday. We're going to be dealing with those 80-degree temperatures, 83 for Thursday and Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday we're going to be dropping down slowly but steady to 82 and 80-degree temps. We are going to be having mostly cloudy, sunny days for the rest of the weekend. Up until the start of next week, we are going to be dealing with a bit of more sunnier days, but cooler temperatures, 79, 77, 76 for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and then overnight lows in the 50s. And then for the Imperial Valley, similar conditions as well, 80s all the way up until Sunday, and then to kickstart the week with those high 70-degree temperatures. All right, folks, stick around. We have sports after the break.
It's time for the biggest giveaway of the year, the Big Ben's giveaway at Quechan Casino Resort. Start earning entries now and you could win a brand new Mercedes-Benz. We're giving away not one, not two, but 3 Mercedes-Benz luxury vehicles. One lucky winner each night, Saturday, November 7th, 14th, and 21st. Don't let something this big pass you by. Get queued up for winning. It's the Big Ben's giveaway at Quechan Casino Resort.
Shop early and save big at More Furniture's Black Friday sale.
Get Black Friday prices now on the furniture you want and have it in your home for the holidays.
Plus, get no interest financing until 2024. Or we'll subtract the sales tax.
The Black Friday sale this Friday at More Furniture for Less.
Find all sales specials online at morefurniture.com.
November's here, and so is Black Friday's sales event at Fisher Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram.
Come take advantage of employee price and many more benefits with Employee Pricing Plus.
0% for 84 months and no payments for 90 days.
Drive out of here in the car you always wanted.
There's only one right way to close 2020, and that is by driving home in a new car.
So call us at 344-2650
or visit us at itsafisher.com.
Fisher Dodge Chrysler Jeep.
Millions of customers are leaving their providers and switching to Spectrum. And if you have satellite, it's not hard to see why. Because unlike satellite, Spectrum gives you all the services you need, like internet and TV from one provider.
They do?
Yeah, they do. And Spectrum has the fastest download speeds with the most reliable performance. Get Spectrum Internet with speeds at 100 megabits for $44.99 a month. Call 833-909-4499. Spectrum wins on TV, too. Unlike satellite, Spectrum doesn't have an ugly dish to install. And you get exclusive premium original content with Spectrum Originals.
Wow, really?
Really. Plus, Spectrum has more free HD and free on demand. Get Spectrum TV from $44.99 a month. Call 833-909-4499. And unlike satellite providers, Spectrum doesn't have contracts or early termination fees. We'll even buy out your current contract up to $500. Switch to America's fastest growing internet, TV, and voice provider. Get Spectrum Internet and TV from $44.99 a month each. Ask about our easy self-install options. Call 833-909-4499.
Well, for the first time since 1975, the NBA draft was not held this past June due to the coronavirus pandemic. Instead, it started tonight. Well, the first round of this year's draft took place virtually via video conferencing and will continue in that format for the remainder of the draft. Well, the honor of first pick went to the Minnesota Timberwolves, with the Warriors, Hornets, Bulls, and Cavaliers rounding out the top 5. Well, here are some of the key results of the first round. Georgia guard Anthony Edwards is the first overall pick selected by the T-Wolves. The Golden State Warriors will try to get back to championship form with services of second overall pick James Wiseman, the dominant center out of Memphis. And meanwhile, LaMelo Ball will join his older brother Lonzo in New Orleans as the Pelicans got the point guard with the third overall pick. Well, other notable picks from tonight's first round, the Phoenix Suns grab a young point guard out of Maryland. Meanwhile, former Arizona Wildcat Josh Green gets picked up by Dallas with the 18th overall pick, and the Lakers grab Washington point guard Jaden McDaniels with the 28th overall selection. With extra time on their hands like everyone else during the pandemic, the Harlem Globetrotters decided to perfect a few new tricks. In fact, they even set 3 new records. A Globetrotter Dragon Taylor broke the record for the highest throw and catch of a spinning basketball, 20 feet 1 inch to be exact. His teammate Juan Middleton made the record-breaking farthest behind the back basketball shot, which is 45 feet and 6 inches. Man. And then Too Tall Winston broke the record for the most bounced basketball figure 8 moves performed in just 1 minute, which is now 62. The 3 new record titles bring the number of basketball records set by the Clown Princes of Hoops to 24. Turning over to the NFL, former U of A Wildcat quarterback Nick Foles has more clarity on his Monday night injury. Chicago Bears head coach Matt Nagy said that the injury suffered by Foles was not as serious as they initially feared. Well, Nagy says Foles suffered a strain and a contusion in the hip area. Well, Foles is undergoing more testing to determine the best course of action for his recovery. The Bears are on a bye week this week, but Nagy would not rule out a change in quarterback when they play the Packers in Week 12 due to Foles' injury and to the fact that they've lost 4 in a row. Well, Mitch Trubisky, who lost his starting job to Foles, missed the last 2 weeks as he dealt with a shoulder injury of his own. All right, folks, stick around. We have more news after the break.
We've been helping families make joy for over 100 years, and we're not taking this year off. So at the Ford Built for the Holiday sales event, get 0% APR financing for 60 months, 90 days payment deferment, and $2,000 trade assist cash on select Ford SUVs and Fusion. That's on top of what your eligible trade is worth. So get the family together and make some joy this season.
Now get 0 for 60 on Escape, plus $2,000 trade assist on top of what your eligible trade is worth, plus 3 months deferred payments, only at your Desert Ford dealers.
Anything else? I'll take all of those.
It's on Imperial Valley. Black Friday deals at Rogers & Rogers Toyota starts now. All month long, we're moving hundreds of quality pre-owned vehicles to make room for the arriving 2021 models. Trucks, sedans, minivans are priced to sell. Save big with 0% financing for 60 months on select models. Test drive any new Toyota and receive a $25 Walmart gift card. Conveniently located on Highway 86 or online at RogersandRogersToyota.com.
It's happening this week only. Get into the holiday spirit and celebrate the early savings at your Honda dealer's pre-holiday clearance. New HRVs starting at just $159 a month, or save thousands with exclusive offers on 8-passenger pilots and all new Passports. How about a CRV for just $219 a month, only at the pre-holiday clearance? So you better hurry in. These deals are only here for a limited time. See your Southwest Desert Honda dealer today.
While some of us are wondering if Donald Trump will ever leave the White House, well, some of us are also wondering, is he going to pardon a turkey? And speaking of turkey, President Trump will go ahead with the traditional Thanksgiving turkey pardoning ceremony. That's from a White House official who says the annual event is set for this coming Tuesday. Well, according to the National Turkey Foundation, 2 birds will come from a farm in Iowa. They'll arrive in Washington by train next week, and they are yet to be named. The pardoning is a presidential tradition going back at least 73 years.